different. The voice patterns change a little bit differently as they speak.
So, is there a type of strain that you'll hear? Let's say I'm super stressed out. Does my voice get higher in pitch? Is that
your voice is like a fingerprint. If they could only learn to log it, they could tell when someone is lying or not.
You may feel yourself tense up.
You can feel yourself tense up. They could interpret that as not telling the truth a lot. They're working on it.
You feel your voice changing. Do what we always do. Take a moment. Deep breath.
Well, voice levels and stress, they're connected to the nerves and the brain and the rest.
How-to topic, and joining us backstage is Dr. Michael Nicoli, who's about to perform.
You could read a person's makeup
So,
from voice imprints. They're like a fingerprint.
Well, it's a new procedure that we've been doing at Cosmetic Care Hand Rejuvenation Center, where we actually use fillers, and the key to this is that we also add a CO2 fractional core laser, which helps rejuvenate the hand. And you can see right here through Charm, all her tendons here. And let me see your other hand, Charm. And you can see how last week, we've been 1 week, Charm?
1 week.
Wow.
1 week. And you can see the difference. And now we'll start injecting the hands first. And it's a pretty simple procedure where we put the cannula right in here, and we start injecting the material in her hand. It's painless. I put a little incision here. That's where I gave her local, and that was about it.
She has local anesthetic where you inserted the
right here.
Cannula.
This is the only spot I put local. All this injection is below the epidermis, and it's very pain-free.
Well, you know what? We're going to let you continue back there. I can't wait to check in later in the show to see how it's going and also to see the results. Coming up, how to deal with shocking news, like our next guest, who not only found out she was giving birth to twins, she found out they were in 2 separate uteri. Her miraculous story is next.
Coming up.
Back in 2007, they found out that I had 1 kidney and 2 uteruses. I was definitely scared, wondering if I could ever have babies. I cried. I mean, it was just scary, like finding all this stuff out after all this time thinking I was normal.
And later.
So what do you think? One more question?
We have a 4-month-old baby, and she spits up a lot. How do we know if she's spitting up too much?
It's the hormone your doctor has probably never heard of, and it could be responsible for your weight gain. Do you know what major event causes a man's testosterone? Aging. What about the best way to get rid of your gut without exercise? The doctors go all out to find out in What's in It for Me February. Can driving with a cold be as bad as driving drunk?
Is it true that for some people it's the equivalent of having 4 shots of whiskey?
And ladies, let Valentine's Day with the doctors take Valentine's night to a whole new level.
Get this. This is going to shock you.
4 ways to send your sex drive into overdrive with expert tips from sexpert Dr. Ruth.
Anybody of your audience, I know who is sexually satisfied and who is not.
Then, what about the dangers of using tap water in your neti pot?
It tends to enter your brain through your nasal passages.
And then you get meningitis and meningoencephalitis and basically a brain infection that's lethal.
No question is a stupid question when it comes to your health.
God gave us those nose hairs for a reason.
Should you ever pluck your nose hairs? What your sperm says about fertility.
What time of day are women most aroused?
Plus, there's a first time for everything, like Dr. Travis on diaper duty. Or
A song by Paul Beckman, Paul Rainbow song. Hi there, this is me. Using the guitar chords C7 and G7. The song is going to be called Interesting Questions. I'm sure the answers will be just as interesting. Well, the Interesting questions, I'm sure the answers will be too. Interesting questions, I'm sure they'll spike you. They'll start to spark and spike some wonderment in you when you hear the answers, or when you hear the answers. And I'm sure they'll surprise you. Like, for instance, if you have a cold, is it equal to being drunk behind the wheel after 4 shots of whiskey? Well, maybe it affects some people like that. Well, maybe. Interesting questions, I'm sure the answers are going to be just interesting too. Interesting questions, I'm sure the answers are going to be just as interesting too. Well, now you might get on your high horse and say that you know it all, you're a genius, you know everything in life. You know the answers to every single question in history. You can go on a game show and win just like that, right? Well, not all people are like that. We need to take our time. We don't know everything on a dime. We might not go on a game show and know all the answers immediately, but the average normal person can take in a certain amount of knowledge. The more we take in medical facts, scientific this and scientific that, the more we grow to learn more about our world and the body. Anybody, you could improve your lifestyle with the facts that you learn to live healthier, so you don't get burned by making the wrong choices now. You don't have to be a genius. Interesting questions, I'm sure the answers are going to be just as interesting.
Twins at Morton Plant Hospital is resting at home tonight with her newborns.
Chances are about 1 in 5 million of a double uterus birth.
That made me feel like I just won the lottery, just in a different way. Natalie and Nathan are now 2 months old, and they are just like any other babies. We're very blessed to have them, very blessed. Back in 2007, they found out that I had 1 kidney and 2 uteruses. I cried. I mean, it was just scary, like finding all this stuff out. After all this time thinking I was normal, I was definitely scared, wondering if I could ever have babies. A year after I found out that I had the 2 uteruses, I got pregnant with my first child. Isabella's now 2, she's a big sister. When I went in for a sonogram with my second pregnancy, they found a baby in the left uterus. And then the sonogram lady just kept looking and looking. She goes, "Wait a minute." And my heart just dropped. She goes, "There's another one in the right uterus."
I was freaking out. I didn't know how everything was going to come out to be. 2 kids in 2 different housings, basically.
I went searching online to find stuff, but there really wasn't much, since not a lot of cases have been reported. I just wanted to know that my pregnancy could go to the end. I had the twins at 36 weeks. Life is very busy.